What's going on, guys? This is Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of the Andy Kandola Show. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and share with you guys a dividend tracker that I personally use and I love, which is by Simply Safe Dividends. Now, I'll go ahead and share with you guys all the pros and cons of this tracker and why I personally believe that this is one of the best trackers out there in the industry. And we'll go ahead and look at some of the things that I don't like about this tracker as well. Additionally, I will go ahead and share with you guys my portfolio at basically where it stands right now. And just so you guys know, I am not affiliated with Simply Safe Dividends. This is just something that a lot of people have been requesting, and in the past I've used many different trackers, and I'll basically share with you guys why I believe that this is the best tracker out of any of them. Now let's go ahead and jump into my portfolio first. Now, if you are new to my channel, my goal with this channel is to go ahead and be extremely transparent with you guys and basically show you all the trades that I make in my portfolio. The portfolio that I've created is called the bucket list portfolio. Basically, it's a dividend based portfolio where I focus on building additional income, as well as I want to see growth in my portfolio. Now, my long-term horizon with this portfolio is to get this portfolio into $100,000 in the next couple years and take you guys on this journey. Now, I do like to go ahead and share with you guys my portfolio in every single video so we can go ahead and see where this portfolio is going, as well as some of the gains and losses and some of the trades that I'm making in the current portfolio. And I do use M1 Finance. If you're not familiar with M1 Finance, it's basically one of the best platforms out there for dividend-based stocks because you can go ahead and set it up for automatic investments, as well as you can diversify yourself in different slices that you can create through M1 Finance and then target those slices so you're well diversified. I do have a link for M1 Finance. If you're interested, you do get $10 when you sign up. It is an affiliate link, so it helps the channel out as well. But let's go ahead and jump into what's going on in the current portfolio right now. Just in the last day here, the portfolio has been down. So my overall current value in the portfolio is $44,988. I am down $232 in my portfolio right now, or 0.51%. In the last week here, the portfolio is up $980 or 2.23%. In the last month, the portfolio is up $867 or 2.07%. In the last quarter, the portfolio is up $2,895 or 10.79%. And then just overall, we are up 11.33% in this portfolio, or $2,867. And I don't want to forget to mention that I did create a new series on this channel. If you are interested in a portfolio review and you want me to go ahead and share it on this channel and in one of my upcoming future videos, go ahead and check out my description down below. I do have my email in there. I started a new series where I basically review different portfolios, give you my insight as far as if it was my portfolio and some of the things maybe I would do, or maybe some recommendations as well as far as some particular stocks that may fit your strategy. So I'll leave the email address down in my description. Now, jumping into the exciting part here and basically jumping into Simply Safe Dividends. Now, I want to go ahead and walk you guys through Simply Safe Dividends here, as this is the main topic for this video, as well as why I believe this is one of the best dividend trackers out there and the pros and cons of this dividend tracker. Now, I will share with you guys that I did create my own dividend tracker through an Excel spreadsheet that I used to have in my description down below. I no longer use that. I used to have a Patreon link for that, but basically it's not something that works as well as Simply Safe Dividends. And because Simply Safe Dividends basically has additional features that I like about it, as well as there's another tracker that I used in the past, which was Propeller by Dividend.com. Now, Propeller is another dividend tracker that is basically by Dividend.com that they created. But in regards to this tracker, I personally did not like this tracker because as far as updating data, it just took too long to go ahead and upload data. And basically the reason why I was using Propeller is because you can connect it to M1 Finance, which is the trading app that I use, but it would take 2 to 3 days for the data to go ahead and transfer over to Propeller, as well as Propeller just does not have all the features that Simply Safe Dividends does have. So I do want to be transparent with you guys and share with you guys all the different resources that I looked at and the different dividend trackers that I've used in the past. Now, jumping into Simply Safe Dividends, the first thing that I'm going to share with you guys is my portfolio. So there's multiple different tabs within Simply Safe Dividends. There's the home tab, the timeline, the portfolio, the screener, the ideas, and our portfolio. So first, we're going to go ahead and stick with the portfolio and go ahead and share with you guys this tab 1st. Now within my portfolio, we can see right here that my current income annually from this portfolio, based on all the holdings that I have, which currently I have 68 holdings in this portfolio, I'm making $1,546. My current balance is here, as well as my dividend yield is shown here. Additionally, my dividend safety, as well as my dividend growth and the diversification. So we'll jump into all of this. Now, one of the best things that I like about my portfolio and basically uploading my portfolio into this platform is that when I look at any one of my stocks, I can go ahead and see the cost of my shares. I can also go ahead and see the market price, the gains and losses, my dividend yield, all on one screen. Additionally, with SimpliSafe Dividends, one of the best features that I like about this is it also shows me my dividend safety. Basically, with SimpliSafe Dividends, they've gone ahead and created an algorithm that they use to go ahead and determine the different safeties on the different stocks that are some of the top stocks that are being traded. And it also shows me the dividend growth and my annual income from one of these stocks. So if I just look, for example, let's go ahead and pull up Apple. Now, when I go ahead and look for Apple, I can go ahead and search it up here as well. And let's just say I searched Apple up here. It will go ahead and take me to the stock. It will go ahead and share all the information about that particular stock. It'll share the dividend yield for the stock. It'll go ahead and share the dividend safety score for the stock, the dividend growth rate for the last year, as well as the current price, the market cap, and the volatility of that current stock. Now, additionally, it will go ahead and share what I have in that particular stock and how many shares I currently hold. As far as the dividend safety score, it actually will go ahead and share with me when the dividend safety score was last reviewed. And in this case, it was last reviewed on May 15th, and it'll show some key metrics in regards to some of the things that were used to go ahead and determine the dividend safety score of the particular stock. Now, the nice thing right here that I really love about SimpliSafe Dividends as well is that the dividend growth. It will show me the last year's dividend growth rate as well as the last 5 years, and as far as the streak. Now, as far as the dividend growth streak, Apple just started paying out their dividends in the last 7 years, so it goes ahead and shows me their dividend growth streak as well as how long that they've consistently been paying out a dividend, and that's also for the last 7 years. So I really like some of the data and how simple SimpliSafe Dividend puts it and shows us the data in just a clean format. And additionally, it will go ahead and show me as far as the payment schedule of the dividends. It'll go ahead and share the valuation and some more details as far as the PE ratios, the sector PE ratio, the 52-week range. So as you guys can tell, this has a lot of information that you can just see overall in regards to just doing your own research. But in general, this is just one of the best platforms because of how simple and easy it goes ahead and shares different information. Now, if we just click on research, this is another thing that I really like, is that with SimpliSafe Dividends, they'll go ahead and share all their research. And basically, this is an easy way to go ahead and research a company and understand what the company is about. Now, just jumping back into the portfolio, let's go ahead and run through some of these tabs. And before we go ahead and jump into these tabs, I do want to mention this. The SimpliSafe Dividends does charge $399 annually, so this is not a free dividend tracker. There is a cost to it, but basically showing you guys all the features and basically walking through this, I do believe personally that the cost is worth it, but depending on how much you're actually investing into the stock market. Personally, if you're going to be investing $10,000 or more, I would go ahead and invest in SimpliSafe Dividends because of all the useful resources and the features that it offers. But if you are going to be investing less than $10,000 into the stock market, it's just tough for me to go ahead and justify a $399 cost. Now, they do offer a 14-day free trial when you sign up, and it does sound like that I'm pitching you guys on this. I'm definitely not pitching you on SimpliSafe Dividends. I just want to be fully transparent if this is something that you're looking at investing in and basically show you guys all the different features. Now, just jumping into the income tab here. When I look at the income tab, the nice thing is that it does show me the upcoming payments that I have coming. So in the next week here, it's showing me all my upcoming dividends that I'll be getting into my portfolio, and one of the large ones here is Verizon for $18.75, as well as it will actually show me my monthly breakdown, so I know exactly how much in dividends I'll be getting every single month. Now, because dividends are mainly paid on a quarterly basis, that's why we see a fluctuation here, but the highest dividends that I'm making is going to be in September for $159. Now, additionally, it will actually break down the payment calendar, so I can see from Apple how much in dividends dividends I'm getting and on what months I'm actually getting some of those dividends. And as well as I can go ahead and see who's paying me out the most dividends, which in my case is going to be Realty Income Corporation, which is a REIT and personally one of my favorite stocks. So in total, on an annual basis, I'll be making $234 just from Realty Income Corporation. So as you guys can tell here, dividends are definitely starting to come into this portfolio, and at this point I am making a bit over $100 in monthly dividends from my portfolio. So that's a really nice feature, just to be able to keep track of all the dividends. Now as far as the balance and performance, this is going to be something that's basically going to be showing me if I'm actually gaining or if I'm at a loss as far as my overall investment into this portfolio. But it's basically showing me here that I do have a total gain in my current portfolio of $2,512 or 5.91%. And the nice thing that I do like is it does show me my beta, basically the volatility that I have compared to the average in the market. So that's nice as well, just to see some of these things. And that's basically going to be this tab here. Now just jumping into the next tab, the valuation, this is also really nice to see, because as far as my overall dividend yield in my portfolio, my overall dividend yield is 3.44%. Basically, if I take the average of all the dividends that I'm getting in my current portfolio, on average I'm yielding 3.44%, and it does show me my yield on cost, which is going to be 3.64%. Now looking at the dividend safety, this, like I mentioned, is one of my favorite features, because now it's showing me based on all my investments, 86% of my investments are in safe dividend stocks, 11% are in borderline safe dividend stocks, and then 2% are in unsafe stocks. So basically it will go ahead and break it down and show me the unsafe stocks in my portfolio. It'll go ahead and show me all the borderline safe stocks, and then it'll go ahead and show me all the safe stocks in my portfolio, and basically keep it tiered from the lowest safety score to the highest safety score. So these are definitely some of the best features that I like about this. And now just jumping into the dividend growth, on average it's showing me based on my investments in my portfolio that my dividend growth in the last year would have averaged 6.7%. And if I just keep this money in my portfolio and I don't invest any more money in my portfolio, that over time, based on historical data, I'll go ahead and grow my portfolio by roughly around 6%. So that's extremely nice to see as well, as far as the dividend growth of my portfolio. And the last thing here, guys, as far as just looking over these tabs, is going to be the diversification. Now the way I have my portfolio diversified is I do diversify in all the different sectors within the S&P 500. So this is a nice chart to go ahead and see where I'm diversified the most and then where I'm diversified the least. So as far as my overall portfolio, I do have 18% of my investments in technology. Then going down from there, I have 14% in real estate, and then just going down the row from there. So hence, this is some extremely useful information all within one platform, and that's why I really like Simply Safe Dividends. So guys, as you can tell, these are just some amazing features that Simply Safe Dividends just does an extremely good job with just simplifying everything. Now I'll share with you guys some of the additional features up here as well. Now if we just jump into Home's basically going to go ahead and show me if one of the stocks that's being analyzed by Simply Safe Dividends went ahead and cut their dividends, went ahead and raised their dividends, or basically when Simply Safe Dividends does the research, it will go ahead and show up under their homepage under research. Now if I own the stock, I will also get an email from Simply Safe Dividends. But if I don't own the stock, then I can go ahead and just go to the latest research and go to the home tab and see what's going on with that particular stock. So that's a nice feature just to keep up with all the research. Now timeline is another feature that I personally love, because now these are going to be stocks that are within my portfolio that went ahead and either cut their dividends or they raised their dividends. So in my case, when I look at my timeline, Duke is a company that I own, and they raised their dividend by 2.1% on July 9th, which in my case gave me an increase of $1. Not much, but hey, at least I know that I got an increase in this investment. Now additionally, it does have a note that it published from Duke as well. So basically the timeline will show me all the research and all the notes that are published based on the individual stocks that are within my portfolio. So that's going to be the other tab here, guys. Now in regards to the portfolio, we obviously already looked at the portfolio, but the next three tabs here are going to be the screener, ideas, and our portfolio. And these three tabs are going to be to go ahead and do research on particular dividend stocks. Now, if I go ahead and click on the screener tab here, I can go ahead and screen for different stocks based on the different filters that I want to go ahead and use. So let me go ahead and X out of these filters, and we'll go ahead and create a filter. Now, if I go ahead and create a filter, I can go ahead and choose all these different options within the filter. Now, if I want to go ahead and look for dividend safety, let's just say that I want to go ahead and just look for very safe stocks. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my filter. Now, additionally, if I want to go ahead and just focus on one particular sector, I can go ahead and choose one particular sector here. And let's just say that I just want to go ahead and look at the technology sector. So I'll go ahead and apply that here. And then I can go ahead and actually add additional filters as well. But just by adding these filters, this has narrowed this down and the search down to 28 companies, which is awesome because now at this point I can go ahead and look at the dividend safety score, and additionally I can go ahead and see the dividend yields. So for example, in this case, Cisco is paying out a 3.07% dividend yield, and then just scroll down from there and see some of the different dividend yields. Now additionally, I know I've been talking about the dividend safety here, so I do want to go ahead and share with you guys as far as what Simply Safe Dividend uses to go ahead and determine the dividend safety score. Some of the things that they're actually looking for is the payout ratio, as well as the debt levels, as well as the recession performance, the dividend longevity, the industry, the free cash flow, the recent sales and earnings growth, as well as the return on their investment capital. Now here is a legend that actually shows you the different safety scores that Simply Safe Dividend does use. If a stock has a 0 to 20 safety score, it's very unsafe. If it's 21 to 40, it's unsafe. If it's 41 to 60, it's borderline safe. If it's 61 to 80, it's considered safe, and then 81 to 100, it's considered a very safe stock. So this is basically how Simply Safe Dividends goes ahead and determines the different safety scores on a particular stock. But now just jumping back into ideas. Ideas is going to be another tab that I really like when I'm looking to go ahead and do research on particular stocks and when I'm looking for some different ideas. And basically within the ideas tab, Simply Safe Dividends has done a great job as far as narrowing down and just showing some of the best idea lists out there. Basically, they have an idea list for high yield stocks. There's 15 different companies there. For high growth stocks, there's 55 different companies in there. Dividend aristocrats and dividend kings, which are basically some of the best ways to go ahead and start investing in dividend stocks, because with dividend aristocrats, these are stocks that have been consistently paying out a dividend for the last 25 years. And then with dividend kings, these are going to be stocks that have been consistently paying out a dividend for the last 50 years. So as we can tell, there's 65 stocks in there, and then there's 28 stocks in there. And just to share with you guys the dividend kings here, these are going to be some of the different stocks that are considered dividend kings, like Altria Group, FRT, which is Federal Realty Investment Trust, 3M, Cisco, Northwest National, and basically the list goes on from there. And they do have some other idea lists as well, as far as following Warren Buffett's portfolio or Bill Gates' portfolio, and then some of the top REITs, some of the top MLPs, dividend achievers, and then monthly paying dividend stocks as well. So this is a great way to go ahead and look at different ideas and see if it fits your overall strategy. And then the last tab here, guys, is going to be some of the portfolios that Simply Safe Dividends has gone ahead and created. Basically, they have 3 different portfolios that they've created based on the 3 different strategies here. So they do have a conservative retirees portfolio. Basically, this would be a great portfolio for somebody that's looking to just preserve their capital and build income. And then they have a top 20 stocks portfolio, which is something similar to basically what I look to do, which is building income and focusing on growth. And then they have a long-term growth portfolio, which is going to be lower dividend stocks, but those are stocks that are just going to be growing at a higher pace, but in the short term going to be paying out a lower dividend. So guys, this is basically going to be all the tabs in Simply Safe Dividends. Now this is basically a full walkthrough of Simply Safe Dividends and a lot of the features that I really like about Simply Safe Dividends. Now some of the cons, I've kind of brought those up throughout the video, but some of the cons that are worth mentioning here is that Simply Safe Dividends is a bit expensive. Their annual cost is $399. Now additionally, Simply Safe Dividends does not have an app. So this is a platform that you do have to use on the desktop, and when you're adding additional stocks in here, you do have to manually go ahead and add them into Simply Safe Dividends. So just jumping into the next con is that Simply Safe Dividends does not automatically sync with Robinhood or with M1 Finance. So I actually have to manually add my individual stocks. Now, adding the stocks is not that hard. I can just click on edit and I can go ahead and enter a purchase, or if I'm selling a stock, I can go ahead and enter a sale. And then if it's a new holding, I can go ahead and just click on new holding to go ahead and enter that individual stock. But eventually it would be nice to go ahead and see Simply Safe Dividends being able to easily sync all my investments right from my M1 portfolio or right from Robinhood. But those are basically going to be some of my major cons. Now overall, I can tell you guys, just using this platform for the last couple months here, I really like it because of how simple everything is, and hopefully you guys got something out of this if you are looking to use this platform. But that's basically going to be a wrap for this video, guys. If you are interested in M1 Finance, I will also leave a link down in the description for M1 Finance as well. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below and make sure to hit that like button if you like videos like this. And if you have any questions about Simply Safe Dividends or any questions in general in regards to my portfolio, you can go ahead and leave them down in the description below. But thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys at the next one.